Stop! Please.
Oh, shit.
We have all tunnel 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Community Service Podcast. You guys on the road. Where am I going next? Oklahoma City, March 13th, 14th. Los Angeles. We added another headlining date, March 19th, Los Angeles, the Hollywood Improv. March 20th, Los Angeles, my special taping sold out, but you could go the 19th. Also, the special taping sold out 2 months in advance, meaning there might be people that cancel and a few more can sneak into that. There'll be a standby thing. Sacramento completely sold out. We're adding a late night Thursday show. Once that sells out, we will probably add a Sunday. I will be all up in Sacramento, the Punchline, March 26th, 27th, 28th, and most likely the 29th. April 10th, 11th, Corpus Christi. I'm done with the dates. Denver, Colorado, Miami, Fort Worth, Greenville, San Francisco, Charlotte, Richmond, Las Vegas, Seattle, and many, many, many more to come. It takes a while to work out these contracts with the clubs. Please get merch. We got new merch coming out. It may be live by this time. I got Driving on Mushroom new merch drawn by the great Tim Barron. He's amazing. He draws for Tony Hawk. Subscribe, rate, review, all that jazz. Do the things. Help me out. Send in your poop stories. Send in your party stories. Today, our guest is a damn fucking hero of mine, Pete Holmes. He's so smart, intelligent in the spiritual stuff. He likes Jesus. He likes Ram Dass. He tried mushrooms. Fuck yeah, dude. He shits his pants. It's a good man. Check out his old special and his new special coming out. He's absolutely hilarious. One of the best doing it right now. Check out Pete Holmes on my show. Thank you. Namaste. He's got big legs. He can't go like that.
Big legs. Big legs.
Oh, we're going to be silly. This is great.
Big legs. Be a silly man.
A fan painted that for me. Isn't that great?
Like, fuck you. But then you're like, this guy what I look like.
Yeah, my eyes are
It's exaggerated.
No, that's how I look.
But it captures your essence.
Yes.
You're having a real renaissance. I'm just kidding.
What? Like that? Yeah.
To have a renaissance, you have to pop and then go underground for like 10 years and then come back.
Okay, I don't want to. I got a kid. I got to stay out on the surface.
How old's your kid?
I have a 2-year-old. Dude, I wanted him to meet you, but he's at Disneyland today. Dude, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Can you turn me down in every way?
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Can you just turn me down?
You don't have to.
I
wear
need
the
Craig
headphones.
down. I need me down.
I'm so excited. You're like a hero.
It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened in the way that I like. Yeah.
There we go.
Now you talk a little bit.
Hello.
Now him down a little bit. Put him where I am. Yeah.
No, I'm beyond.
I think that's good.
I'm just
Thanks.
beyond excited to have you,
Oh,
bro.
thanks,
I'll tone
man.
it down, but
You don't have to tone it down. In fact, I'm
weird.
gonna. I don't have.
You don't
don't
have to
need
wear them.
I don't have to wear this.
Turn me back up. I
just
like
realized.
Take
Oh,
'em
he was turning you down too.
it. You take them off. You do whatever you want. I like it for the act outs.
Yeah. I can imagine what it would sound like. I don't need
Get
real
that
time
out of here.
feedback. Get this out of here.
Get that out of
Get
the
this
way.
fucking shit out of here.
Thank you for
Get outta
making the
here.
trek. I've been
My
on my
pleasure.
healing journey. I went to the human garage earlier.
That's your son in the plant.
Oh yeah, that's Marlo.
That's your son?
Yeah,
the
Marlo.
plant.
I got silly jokes. I say I named him after the drug lord in The Wire. Marlo. But really he's named after a fish.
You want to be Omar, not Marlo.
That's the next joke. I said I wanted to name him Omar, but he was gay. That's good jokes, folks.
What I love about it is it could mean, but he was gay. The misplaced, it's not as specific as you might want it to be because it sounds like you're saying your son is gay. If you don't know the
and that's
show.
even funnier.
Yeah. And some of you don't know the show and you think I think that my 2-year-old is gay.
That's even better.
That's even
I like
better.
to leave him
Yeah,
low.
yeah.
Is
I would have named him. I don't think you can go around assuming that people know Omar. Do you know Omar?
Yeah. But
We're in Redondo Beach.
Omar Common? That's truly one of the greatest shows. Unbelievable.
I liked it a lot. I don't feel that way.
You don't?
Only
Was it the
because-
port season?
Huh?
The port season?
Season 2?
Yeah.
I actually didn't mind season 2. I thought, you know what it is? I did it too fast. I binged it back when you were binging it on like a DVD. Like I'm just watching it, burning through it.
I did it that way
I
too
remember
through
almost nothing.
Netflix when they mailed DVDs. I was receiving it through the DVDs.
You received it.
DVDs.
I'm not trying to just be contrarian, but looking back, I remember that politician guy. I remember Omar. I remember when they killed
Snoop.
I don't remember Snoop dying.
How do I look? The lesbian Snoop.
I know who Snoop is.
Okay.
Don't fuck with me, fella. I'm talking about the other guy. There's a kid there. I remember the scene. He's in like every season. Good-looking young man. I don't know.
Well, now I'm
not
drawing
Michael
blank.
B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was always wearing a
teen.
do-rag.
Bodie?
Yeah, I remember when Bodie died.
Bodie. Oh, that was a tough.
That was rough.
Yeah, you know, I guess I don't remember all of it, but
I love it. I guess what I'm saying is, to love something, do you have to retain it? Because I did love watching it, but now my experience of that show is how I remember it, and I almost don't remember any of it.
I mainly remember Omar.
That's what I'm
Omar,
saying.
he's the
And Omar comes in like season 5.
and he's the best.
Well,
Oh
then
my
okay,
God.
yeah. If you want to wait 5 seasons,
Gay gangster? Come on, man.
wait 5 seasons. We're talking about different things.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm mad that you have to wait nowadays. Although, see, this is the problem with television now. Now season 1 would be about Omar and it would have all the big deaths in the first episode. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that was a different time of
It was
television.
a slow build-up.
And I liked it.
I think why I liked it, what I learned, I don't even know if this is true. I learned this 15 years ago, but I was told that this investigative journalists were investigating Baltimore and they found so much corruption that they couldn't even put it out because there'd probably be threats for their life. So they made it a TV show and they just changed the name. So like all the events you see actually happened.
Oh, really?
With different characters.
Oh,
and
I-
it was like actual research of the streets put in, then dramatized and put into a show. But the bulk of it is real characters, real politicians. They changed the name for legal purposes and not to be, threatened.
What? Who would be thrown off murdering some people for that? You're a politician who murders people, and you're like, my name's Stan Bevy, but they call you Dan Levy.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's fine.
I mean, even
That's
if
all
they
it
get caught
takes.
red-handed these days, they just go, "What are you talking about?"
Right, it's true. Doesn't matter.
So
Doesn't matter.
they're like, "Oh, perfect. I'm Ran Revy."
Well, I'm happy to be here. I do wish I met your son.
I know.
I'll pretend that's your son.
Yeah. Well, he
That'd
grew
be
fast.
So weird if that was
Wow.
your son.
You got more hair than me.
Would be so
That
excited
shit.
if that was your son.
No, he's so cute. I know. He's
He
at
got the
Disney,
cats
having a
meowing.
good day.
So you're back on the weed smoke, huh?
Yeah.
I think I'm looking at it. Is that weed smoke right there?
No, this is indigenous medicine. This is hape. I actually don't love this,
What's
but
hape?
it's
What's happening?
organic, and I'm gonna game you up. Do you want to into the? I know quite a bit now about spiritual medicines. This is organic indigenous tobacco, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but the world's kind of a lie. So tobacco, when grown organically and indigenously used ceremonial, is actually very good for you.
I've seen that documentary about ayahuasca where the dude smokes like these hand-rolled cigarettes
Yeah.
for like 5 days while he's fasting.
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about?
yeah. There's natural tobacco they smoke, and it smells completely different.
Oh, really?
Completely different. And then this is hot bay. They keep giving it to me.
How could that be? Isn't American Spirit is organic?
Yeah, but I think it's kind of like how Shake Shack's clean. You're like, is it? You know
But do they claim that they're clean?
what?
Does Shake Shack claim to be clean?
They're supposed to be like grass-fed beef,
Oh,
tallow, all that. You know, we kind of
I didn't
tend
know
to.
that. I like what you're saying, and I think there's a cultural appreciation for different uses of tobacco. But I'm also like, there's no way carbon monoxide can be net positive.
I would have to do a deep dive, but I mean, we could Google it real quick. American tobacco is sprayed with 400 plus chemicals, and that's why it kills you and gives you cancer. Indigenous tobacco
Doesn't
is just
any smoke? If you could burn sage and
you're
inhale it,
essentially,
it would
if
give
you're a
cancer.
lung doctor, whatever they're called, you're burning plant matter, and that's not good for you. But
Right.
in ceremonial and healing purposes, like medicine, it's not bad for you because it's a little bit. It's people that do it all day, every day.
yeah.
Cocaine comes from the cocoa leaves, and indigenous people put it in their cheek.
Coca, yeah.
Coca leaf for for tea and to have
Energy.
energy for the field.
Yeah, very
And then
different.
man manipulates it, ruins it, makes crackheads, and then you lose your teeth and your children.
God didn't make it.
If God didn't make it, don't take it. That's the difference. That's my motto.
But I am worried God did make tobacco, and I think God might be like, take it easy.
No, we sprayed it
Fucking
with
take
stuff.
it
What did
easy.
we even spray? But that's another story.
But wait, you just said two things. It's not just the spraying it. It's adding nicotine, making it more addictive.
well, that
and then you smoke.
that I do know a little
packs
bit
a
about.
day.
Nicotine is naturally occurring
I know.
in tobacco, tomatoes, eggplants, nightshades.
Yeah.
We get scientists to rev that up and
That's what I
engineer
mean.
that.
Yeah.
That's man.
Yeah.
God natural. No funny business. Pre-genetically engineered tobacco, I should say.
But again, American spirits are organic. That means they're not sprayed with 400 chemicals.
They might be good for you. I don't even like the stuff that I'm given, but it's clean. And this is done like through that straw, and they blow it in your nose, and it basically clears a fog off your brain. It's done to clean yourself before ayahuasca. It's like a mental clarity.
I've heard about that.
Yeah,
I would still say that American spirits aren't good for you.
I would say that too.
And this, you don't smoke hape. It's just powdered nicotine blown right into your nostrils.
And it's not pleasant.
I've heard that. People
it's
try
like-
to tap out. And they're like, I gotta do it.
Coming from a guy from a past who loves most drugs, I would love to love that, but I've had it for 2 years. I've done it 4 times. It's not enjoyable, but I do
dig it.
feel the health benefits of just like a cloud. He's done it. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
He's
Done
not
what?
one to do that type of
Rough.
stuff.
Done what?
The hape we're talking about right here.
I
This
thought
is
you've done
hape.
it too.
I've done it.
Oh,
we did it on
You're
the
just saying
show.
he also did it.
Yeah, I just pointed at him because he's not really his bag.
You also didn't like it.
Yeah, I did not enjoy it.
Pass.
Yeah,
Hard pass.
cleanser.
And it's interesting. I don't know if you enjoyed the health benefit. Nicotine is a stimulant. You know what I mean? It's going to like adrenalize you. It's going to release dopamine. You enjoyed the narcotic effect of it.
I enjoy maybe the seedy drug addict. Like it feels like drugs, but it's not. Like it's a loophole, as I say in my jokes. But I don't enjoy nicotine. I don't enjoy the gum. I don't enjoy
I
the
used to
powder.
love it.
I
I
don't
used to
like
love it.
smoking. I was a weed man, weed and mushroom man.
I it's what I brought it up for. I used to chew Nicorette. I never smoked in my life, and I went right to the quitting
went-
stuff
Why? Right to the gum?
because because there's so many, these biohacking people
Yeah.
out there that are telling you. It was like Peter Attia, Epstein list, that
Yeah.
said you should take like 6 milligrams of nicotine a day. But I'm an addict, if I may. Like
You got the bug
Yeah, I
too?
got the allergy. Just black and white thinking, real like if this is good, then you should do it all day, every day. So I did try to keep it under 8, but towards the 8 milligrams of
Yeah.
nicotine. And towards the end, I was chewing 3 pieces of the 6 milligram gum all day.
Yeah.
Like over and over and over. So dozens of grams. Like it's just not, like I don't want to, that person was trying to help, but I'm
It's
also
a
like,
slippery
fuck you, man,
slope.
you don't know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Also the way that it works, and I really want to, if I may, I used to be kind of a spokesperson. I'm a little bit like that. I'm a proselytizer. If I like something, I'll tell people about
I
it.
know. I love your God jokes.
Man,
I love
well, that's
it,
a
man.
different
Preach
kind of
the word.
proselytizing. But yeah, that's also true. Ideas are things that I like to share. But I did that for nicotine, and I was like, look, it's benign. It doesn't have any like carcinogenic qualities, so you should just do it. I used to say, addictive is just another word for awesome. Like I thought, like, what's the issue? And I was like, a lot of nicotine people, I was like,
I've been awesome.
you've been awesome a lot, man. But like caffeine is addictive as well.
Oh, big time. Yes.
And we don't have a problem with that because you can get it everywhere. Well, nicotine's the same. As long as you don't run out of it, you're fine. But then I realized, like, it really just hit me one day. I was like, what am I doing? I'm like, it doesn't take, I don't need a doctor to tell me that it's not chill to hijack your brain and on demand huge amounts of dopamine, which is what it's doing, which is why it's great for writing, why it's great for focus, all this stuff. But these chemicals that were designed to be released when you like go for a walk,
Yeah.
or like have connection with your wife. You're just chewing a gum, and now you are like a golem. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're just like, I think heaven metaphorically speaking, is interconnection, right? And hell, again, metaphorically speaking, is self-sufficiency taken to an extreme where you're like, all I need is pornography. All I need is nicotine. All I need is this.
Yeah.
I'll just be in my little corner. I'm an introvert. I love being alone, but you can remain porous and spacious and connected. So there's something, I don't want to say it's inherently nefarious. It didn't work for me.
Yeah.
And then when I looked into it, there's a nicotine receptor that everybody has. Let's say you have 8. You have 2 4s of nicotine receptors in your brain. When you start using it, they double. You grow 2 new sets.
Is that
And
good or bad?
It's bad.
Yeah.
This is Ryan Adams. It takes
Yeah.
2 where it used to take 1, right? So that's literally happening in your brain. So the more you use it, the more you grow, the more you need, the less you feel. Then when I had a kid, I was just like, I don't want look, no judgment. A lot of my best good friends use nicotine. I don't look down on them at all. But for me, I was like, I don't want her to see that if dad runs out of a thing,
He's going to be
he
different.
can't be with you. He can't.
Yeah.
I used to be at the airport with no nicotine. I'd want to fucking kill people. And I hated that. And I'd be eating like a party bag of Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
You know that, like just
Oh, yeah.
chasing dopamine in any way, chasing a feeling in any way. And I was like, every addiction to me that I've overcome in my life comes from a moment of realization where you're like, oh, you're its bitch. That works for me. Being good or being clean or being pure doesn't work for me. What works for me is going, no, people who want your money, who don't give a fuck about you, told you a lie, you believed it, they hooked you, and now you're its bitch. And I know that's maybe not a chill thing to say, but that got me off booze, that got me off nicotine later.
Whatever works to get you
liberty,
off. Yeah.
agency, autonomy. It's
Nah,
beautiful.
I know that story very well. It's my relationship with marijuana because it is a plant that God made. It's natural, sun and soil. It can help you with a plethora of stuff. But then all of a sudden...
Would you say I have a plethora?
A plethora. All of a sudden, that one hit that makes you like, it turns into a joint, and then 3, and then you're chasing it, and then you like need it. You're like, oh, I don't have it in Idaho.
Right.
I'm not happy here. And I hate it. I talk about it a lot. I say it's like Batman. Hey, Miss Batman.
well.
I don't want any relationship with anything to be, where is it?
Well, that's the...
Where
are
is
the
it?
drugs going?
Where's my joint?
In my mouth.
I need the joint.
Well, I think you just hit it. That's a way sexier reason to not do something, to not do weed because you just want to like I've told this a million times, but it really changed my life. Craig Ferguson did my podcast, who's a great guy and wonderful, funny human. And he told this story where I think I might have still been drinking at the time. And he was like, I remember going to brunch, and I felt like I could remember me doing this, going to brunch. He's like, and you get a Bloody Mary, it's 11 a.m. on a Saturday or Sunday, and you take the first sip of the Bloody Mary, and he goes, everything was right in the world. Everything felt perfect.
I got excited.
I felt happy. It's like it hit his system, and he was in heaven. And I was like, oh, wow, are we about to talk about how great booze is? And he went, and nothing outside of you should give you that feeling. And I was like, whoa. Twist.
Nice.
Twist. And that's it sounds paradoxical. It was working. But what maturity as a human, evolving as a human, I want something in me. I want to taste what's inside of me. But I do. I drink my own jizz. This was a long way to just say you guys self-facialing? It's the best.
Stem cells. I drink my jizz.
Yeah, I drink my jizz. People wonder how I look
Fucking
so good.
piss. Get out of here.
Get those knees by your ears and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, I love that.
But
that
I
you went there.
I don't want gum. I don't want weed. I don't want booze. And honestly, the good news is there is something more sustainable.
When's the last time you drank? How long have you not had a sip of alcohol?
It's been 7 or 8 years. 7, 8.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I have 12 years no alcohol or narcotics. As I
Nice,
say,
man.
But,
Good for you.
The weed crept in a couple years ago.
No, I remember. And by the way, please never think I'm the friend. I always love seeing you. I'm not that guy that's going to be like, where are you with weed? Man?
Yeah.
I smoked some weed 2 nights ago because my wife had her birthday party. It was her birthday. And we were going to dance. And I just didn't really feel it in my body.
Yeah.
I asked my body, do you feel like dancing? And it was like, not really. And I told Val, I was like, it wasn't like Daddy's smoky secret. I was like, I'm going to go get some weed because I want to celebrate my wife. And I did. I smoked
But that's
it,
perfect. Like
that
that's
was
what
perfect.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's intended for. Oh, there's a
Yeah.
party here. Boom. You know, it's just every day
Yeah.
habitual use that ruins it. Always.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I mean, I understand why you would do that if you are doing that. And I understand why you would be like, I don't know about this. I've been there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my problem. It's black and white thinking. Addict thinking isn't, boy, I love stuff. Addict thinking, for me, mi persona, is black and white. This feels good. I want to feel good.
All the time.
I should do it all of the time.
Yep.
That's the difference. So when I drank, my wife would I'd get a Manhattan, she'd get a Manhattan. I'd order two. They'd bring me two Manhattans.
I was the two.
And I would drink the first one like a shot, and then I would just drink the second one like a semi-normal person. My wife will sip she doesn't even finish it. I'm just like, this is different.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's cool.
I wish I had that brain. I never understood it. I was like, you left some.
But
Here, I'll finish that
here's
for
what
you.
I want to say, though, because my wife has helped me love myself so much, and maybe I can just I like that in me. It doesn't serve me when it comes to like alcohol and drugs and stuff. But if I'm being honest, I don't want to be a warm Manhattan sipper. It comes into my comedy. It's like I'm like a fucking animal. I want to be bold. I want to have takes. I want to be exciting. It's like skydiving of
Yeah.
life. It's like, I'm in. Like, I fucking love that. I don't like that. I'm doing that. If I'm doing it, do it. You know what I mean? You were like, oh, thanks for coming down here. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I drove down here. I wasn't like, what am I doing? Why am I going to Redondo Beach? I'm doing it. Do the damn thing. Drink the Manhattan. So I'm saying there's bad implications, but all or nothing in, out people can be really exciting. So I'm just saying,
We
you
are.
have that,
Look at us.
and you're super exciting.
You're a famous comedian.
So what I'm saying is like, let's not throw the baby out with the bath. It's not great with booze, but like I'm actually proud that I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't eat 2 slices of pizza. I can't. Because I'm the ghost of Christmas Present in the Muppet Christmas.
Yeah.
Just like, just going around eating pizzas, a whole sub. Get the fuck out of here.
There's a lot of us.
There's a lot of us. It's
There's
beautiful.
a lot of us.
And if you were a martini sipper, we might not be talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just trying to put something positive.
No, it's
behind
spicy. We got
behind
stories.
The addiction.
My whole career is my stories. And if I was sober, wouldn't have had what we got, one story?
It's true, and I don't even think I was a very interesting alcoholic, if I can even claim that group. I never went through the program or anything, but like I'm not saying that. I don't have like great stories. I open the door and it's John Lovitz holding a water balloon. Like I don't have that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was my car, and I drove a state trooper's car. I don't have that.
That's mine.
I don't. They all have that. Every good one has that story. I don't have any stories like that. What I'm speaking to is actually like a perspective, like an appetite for a life that I wouldn't trade, and it has grotesque and damaging implications. But if I'm gonna fix it, I would rather it be by abstaining those activities rather than removing that sort of intense.
And you
fire.
just fix it yourself? You don't seek
help.
Yeah. Hypnotherapy, shamans, ayahuasca.
Shamans.
Oh,
You want some?
No,
just
thank
a
you.
hard cut. Do you blow
Yeah.
tobacco up my nose?
just blast your brains out. Oh,
I
that's
like
what it feels like. Just like a disorientation, and you come back to it, and you're like, "Oh, I'm clear."
Yeah,
Oh,
it's hard to differentiate that clearness and the pleasure that it's not happening anymore. You know what I mean? I'm burping. Can't stop burping.
sorry, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Greg, sorry.
I
I'm also
also
shitting my
ingest
pants.
myself
You
that
can't
way.
see it. Like it's hard to, but I won't stop the riff. Things are coming out of me, but the riff continues.
That's the
don't
true.
clip that. I'm just kidding. I want a shirt that says "Don't clip that."
The riff is God. The riff overrules everything. The riff is why I'm sober. Comedy.
The riff.
The riff. The riff rules everything.
I agree. It's good to have interests. It's good
I
to
didn't
have
get a
passions.
tooth just so I could finger my tooth hole on stage until I taped that bit, and then once I get the bit, I'll get a tooth.
Oh, wow.
I gotta get the
I
bit.
postponed on my last special, not the one that I'm promoting now, Silly Silly Fun Boy on YouTube.
We'll plug it right here.
not that one. But the one prior, I'm Not For Everyone, I had a bit about being soft, and not in defense, but in celebration of what it feels like to be soft. And we give good hugs and like all this sort of stuff. And we give good hugs. That's a terrible summary of that bit. But anyway, I knew I was going to like lose some weight, and I felt like that pull. I was like, I think I'm going to start exercising. And I didn't do it until after I did this. For the bit. I was
The
like,
bit.
this bit doesn't work.
bit.
If I lose 10 pounds,
doesn't.
this bit doesn't work. I used to have a jacket I had to wear for a certain bit.
Yeah.
Constantly wearing it. What if I get a set? I don't know. I gotta wear my closer. My closer. I gotta wear my closer.
Closer.
And now I'm gonna do my closer. It was actually an opener. It was an opener, but still. Good opener. What do you like more? A good opener or a good closer? Like what makes you happier? To know you have the perfect way to start or the strong finish? I think that
Opener.
yeah, opener, right?
You got to start off strong.
It's harder to open than it is to close.
Yeah.
I love that you said that. Couldn't agree more.
Because you got an hour to get their love anyways. And you're going to get it.
By then you're going to build it
You
up.
could fail on the end and they'll be like, it's all right. We love you.
That's right.
You ain't got a tooth. You fingered it first.
This guy's up
We're
there
laughing.
fingering his tooth.
He sacrificed.
Some people 69. This motherfucker canines. It's not your canine though. Which tooth are you missing? Yeah, that's a good tooth to miss.
Yeah, it's back there.
Remember Norm Macdonald said that's how close we all are to being a doofus?
Yeah.
Just this tooth?
Yeah.
It's like you lose this tooth, no one's listening to you.
I say drugs are fun until your tooth falls out. I try to wake people up to not do drugs and silly funness. And then I say you can't find it. But you know who could find it? A Dorito chip. That's the whole joke. And then I do.
Wait, a Dorito chip can
You know,
find?
I say I finger my tooth hole. I'm doing the bit. I say you
Do
can't
it.
find my tooth hole. It's on the side.
Oh.
But you know who could find it? I say a motherfucking Dorito chip every time. And I go,
I like
ow!
Dorito chip is funny.
Yeah. And I go, fuck you, Nabisco. Anyways, I shouldn't do
Is
bits.
it made by Nabisco?
Hasbro, Nabisco. It's all the devil, brother.
Hasbro?
I don't know. They're all connected.
Hasbro is a board game.
There's 5. There's 5 corporations that own it all.
Oh, I know. We'll be the first on the internet to point this out.
Yeah.
Guys, there's
No, no, no.
5 corporations.
I mean, probably 2. What is it? BlackRock? But not. Let's not go dark. I want to get some good questions that
Are
I
you
should
talking about
know.
that hotel they all go to?
Which one? I know.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
I don't know what you
the
just
hotel?
said. Forget it.
Oh, BlackRock. I was just saying they own the stock market, but
Yeah.
it's stinkers. You know what sucks? I hate them. I think they're the devil, but I invested in them. They freaking make money.
Who?
BlackRock Vanguard.
You bought stock?
Yeah.
So your portfolio is not aligned with your ethics.
No, it is in gold and silver. No, I
you
invest.
believe gold and silver are ethically valuable?
No, actually, no. Nothing is. What can you invest in? Starbucks?
No, bro. Don't.
No,
I'm sure there's something awful about everything.
I know. Bill Burr had that amazing bit where he didn't even book the hotel, and it was years ago before he even had this much hate, and he was on the list. He stayed at Trump Hotel, and he's like, I didn't book it, and the amount of shit I got for it. He's like, oh, you don't think the Hilton didn't do some genocides back in the day? He's like, no matter which way you stay, it's genocide, and
I know.
it's just like,
We had that conversation when Tesla was sort of the outrage of the day, and it was like, but rubber. Look, I'm not making this argument. What's tricky is every
Michelin.
car is driving on rubber tires, and the rubber industry is
what
coated
about
in
the banana wars?
murder and banana. That's real.
Chiquita.
It sounds like you're joking, but
No,
yes,
there's banana wars.
there's people
I guess so.
losing their lives over bananas, over rubber, over everything.
Dole,
Look,
pineapple
But
wars.
this leads to paralysis. I don't think we should say this without saying that there is. Every human being has this potential to unlock and tap into something that is vital. What I'm saying is all of this paralysis. Okay, this car is wrong. This hotel is wrong. You can't do anything. Well, you absolutely fucking can. You can tap into who you really are, recognize that our nature is shared, and radiate kindness. I mean, like real, radical, world-changing, eternally rippling kindness. So when you go like, I can't eat a banana if I can't. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's what they want. If you want to talk about it, they would like you to feel disempowered and confused. Don't forget The whole game is something that's completely apart from marketing and commerce and global economy. It's this right now. It's how we're relating to one another right now. You can stop somebody from doing something awful
Yeah.
with
That lady
with
that
kindness.
hugged the Reagan assassination dude. He was gonna shoot Reagan
That's a great example.
a different day, and he bumped into a lady, and she gave him a hug, and he didn't do it that day. A hug.
Yeah.
Now he got angry later, and he came back
Yeah,
for
well,
more.
we need-
we
we
need
need-
more hugs.
Hugs, it's like shaving.
Yeah.
You got to do it well, neither of you guys are doing that. But like, shaving your pussies, I'm assuming.
That's in my act too.
I'm assuming your pussies are shaved. I like saying pussies. It's so
It's
weird
so
coming
funny.
from me, too. I look like a Mormon, and I'm like, you guys shave your
I
pussies.
know, I love it. That's why we went dirty. I went, yeah.
No, I know. But safe. It's safe. All your
good, yeah.
thoughts are just thoughts. It's fun.
I
All
couldn't
your
agree
thoughts.
more. You do what you can. You eliminate as much plastics as you can, and you realize it's not possible. So you just make your peace. Because then if you don't, it'll ruin your fucking mind, and then the devil gets in there, and you're like, I'm drinking microplastics.
Yeah.
It's like you just let it fucking go. You do what you can. You get your little copper water bottle, and you drink plastic at the comedy store, and it is what it is.
Yes,
and you
that's
go
right.
sweat it out in the sauna. You follow the rich people. Hand-eye coordination sports, racquetball, golf, and you don't get
Oh, is
dementia.
that what they like?
You sweat. All I know is I'm copying the rich.
You know what's really good for that is, no joke, is juggling.
I can't do that one.
I'll
do
give a
racquetball.
Google.
You know who's good at
Give it a
racquetball? Harlan
Google.
Williams will mop
I'm
the
great at
floor.
racquetball.
You're good? That
No,
guy
that was trying to
smokes
do
me.
Harlan. Juggling, neurological benefits. It's crazy.
How do you do Harlan?
Neuroplasticity. There you go.
Wait. Let's do Harlan.
Oh, so you will like the spin drill. I can't do them.
Miss, could you please slam your head against the table there?
That's good. That was good. Miss, could you please slam your head against the table
Bro,
there?
that's the best riff I ever saw in my life. He's killing it. And
He's been funny. That dude's been funny.
oh, bro, you don't think I've been following him since I was 8 years old?
That's good though. Follow Rich. I got a sauna. That's good.
Yeah.
You got
Sweats.
it. And that sounds like an incredible flex, but everybody is about $1,300 away from.
Yeah, because people take all these supplements, and one of the best things you could do is just sweat.
I know.
That's it.
It's great.
That's it.
Sweat it
Work
out.
out or go to the sauna.
Exercise, yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't know that hand-eye keeps the
Yeah.
the moths away. Of course,
And,
makes perfect sense.
Real olive oil, healthy fats, cholesterol's not the fake fats, and that's garbage.
I don't think there's cholesterol in olive oil. It's only animal products.
Is it really? I just
But there are saturated fats. I think
there's
that's what we're talking about.
things that's good
that
for the
possible?
brain, and the people that don't get it in the regions. I learned this from one of those blues.
Polyphenols.
Is that what it is? Avocados.
I dated a girl that was polyphenol.
I overdosed on polyphenol.
Oh, there we go. It sounds like a lot of things. She broke my heart, man. She was seeing coconut
Yeah.
oil. She was seeing olive
Yeah.
oil. She even had a thing with grapeseed. It was
Yeah.
fucked up. It's fucked
Manteca.
up. Manteca was in the mix.
Yeah, you know what that one is?
Nope.
That's the
But I'll
Spanish,
yes and something I don't
Mexican
know.
shit.
I'm covered by the yes and
Yeah,
clause. That could mean something awful. It doesn't matter.
No, it's animal lard.
All you need is a comedian lawyer. It's
My
Bill Burr
grandma
being like,
would rub-
"It was yes and. He was safe.
It was
God.
for the bit.
If the bit doesn't quit, you must quit.
Yeah.
If
The bit doesn't-
if he did it for a bit, you must have quit.
If the
That's
bit gets a
what-
laugh,
send
must-
him home with a
yeah.
giraffe.
Yeah.
And then it makes, everybody wants a giraffe, I think is the implication.
Draft for the war or up your skirt?
Giraffe. If you're a giraffe
Oh, giraffe. I think
with,
he said
with
the
an
draft.
upskirt fetish,
I thought he said the draft. You said
No.
giraffe.
it'd be rough
Okay.
to be a giraffe with an
My
upskirt
riff was
fetish.
over here. Yours is over here.
It's like I'm never going to get what I want. I'm never going to get what I want. All I want to do is peek up a skirt. I'm a fucking giraffe. I'm a fucking giraffe.
Where are the Nephilim, Matt? Huh?
Nephilim, the giants in the Old
Yeah.
Testament.
Come on, man.
Why couldn't I have a
riffs.
down blouse fetish? If you're a giraffe with a down blouse fetish, you're in heaven. You're in heaven.
You know they have no known predators?
Of giraffes?
Yeah.
Great choice. Great thing.
They can't. No
You're
one can
funny.
get them.
You're funny. You have a huge neck.
Snapple facts.
Nothing wants them.
Yeah.
Nothing wants all that neck.
Yeah.
A tiger's like, what am I going to eat all that neck?
Who's
You think that's what I want to be doing right now? Eating all that vertebrae? It's like there's a snake in its body.
Yeah.
There's a whole snake. What if you cut a giraffe's head off? at the base, and then it was just a giraffe snake.
Mm-hmm.
Think
It
about
would.
it. And then a rhinoceros. That's what a rhinoceros is.
Oh my God. You just made me-
You're thinking of something else. Where were
I
you?
was.
Yeah.
Immediately, you said rhinoceros
No, I
in our
felt it.
riffs, and I thought of Jim Carrey coming out of the rhinoceros, and
Ace 2.
that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Really?
No, but it's up there. It's not, but it's
I took that dead serious.
it's truly like I go like if that's on, I'm like, hey, watch this, children, watch
It's
this.
funny. I found Ace Ventura 1, which I smoked weed and watched that by myself, and I was like, this is holding up.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
is this a flying buttress? Because it's holding up.
Yeah.
My man loves the gothic church humor. Flying buttress. So what do you got, man? Don't let me
I
just
got some
riff
questions.
till
Pull the
end.
questions back up. I did homework. That's my art.
Well,
I got
you're right.
Tupac, Jesus Christ, Craig Conan. AI made
But it's
nobody
all-
could get me.
AI made him?
Yeah, I don't like AI, but it was cheap.
You don't like AI, but you used it to make your
It's just, come on, Pete, leave me alone, man.
if you're not, you're like, I only want to use AI for
I
stuff
didn't
that's not
actually use
important.
it, but the set designer does. We
Here's-
don't use it in any other things.
Here's the background of my podcast.
Those are
I'm
drawn
not
by
mad at
humans.
it.
Those are drawn by
Craig,
humans.
I'm AI. Don't be mad.
You're not.
Don't be mad.
He's real.
I'm not real.
I tapped his foot.
I'm not.
Well, I guess we're on the spiritual stuff. Let's skip the first question then. How and when did you go on your spiritual
What is your
journey?
comedy origin story? That is too darling that's your first question.
We could go. All right, we'll go in
No,
order.
you
What's
don't
your
have to.
comedy origin? Where'd you
How,
first
when
do
did
it?
your spiritual journey begin? I shouldn't be able to see these.
Hey, put
No,
them
no,
down.
no.
Take them
No,
down.
no, no, no,
That's
no, no.
true.
Oh,
Hey,
juggling.
I'll write them down
Juggling.
next time.
Juggling. No. Which one do you want to do?
I just got ahead. All right, let's do spiritual.
Spiritual journey.
Yeah, when did you start that?
I was raised relig.
Oh.
Relig. My mom found a church in Boston. They were both raised Catholic, and then my mom and dad. And then my mom found a church, a pretty well-known church. I forget what it's called, but it's something like the Community. It sounds like a cult. It's not. It's like a church. And she went to that. Well, I guess that's a cult with a better building.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she went to this cult. And she really loved it. It kind of introduced her to the idea of the personal relationship with Jesus.
Yeah.
So the Catholic Church,
Persian.
no dragging them. Literally, some of my best friends are priests. I love the Catholic Church. It's fine. But there is like a, we're up here, we'll interpret it for you.
My mother, my Mexican side's Catholic. My dad wouldn't allow that, so we became Episcopalian, a little diet.
Okay.
So I'm a pisser, as my mother would say as a joke. We're pissers. And
Wow.
but I was chill. That was chill. It wasn't like my cousin's church. It was very loose.
Your cousin's church was Catholic?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think what my mom liked about it was it became something that was with her. You know what I mean? Instead of going to the priest to confess and be exonerated or whatever, that sort of formal feel, she liked that. It was like, no, Jesus is with me. And my mom used to pray when she was making left turns and stuff.
Yeah.
So she liked it. She wanted the, and I say this with respect, but like the Jiminy Cricket vibe, like someone is with me. And that was my Jesus too for a very long time, was like, I have this protecting guy.
Yeah.
The parking spot God. I'm not, please, anyone watching, if this is your belief system, how could I be making fun of it? That was my belief system. So we could be talking to a version of me that would be like, yes, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So protect me, keep me safe. Here's the deal. I won't swear, I won't drink, I won't smoke, I won't have sex before I'm married. And in return, I'll go to heaven. But also, like, if you could help me with that test, or if you could help me find a partner, or I'm nervous about the dance, or whatever it is. And that's fine. That's beautiful. That was kind of my entryway into it. And that led to me getting married when I was 22 years old. I've never done this on stage, but the joke is, why didn't anyone stop me? Like, I'm kind of like, why didn't, I'm 22, I'm getting
Are you
married.
out your mind, sir?
No one, my brother tried, but he was 24. I mean, like, it's like two children.
Yeah.
And he was like, all he said, it wasn't a very compelling argument with a lot of love and respect for my brother. He was like, don't you want to sow your oats? And I was like, that was not the way. What someone could have said was, you can live with no one's going to judge you.
Yeah.
Like, that would have Because I really wanted to move to Chicago to do comedy, and I didn't want to live in sin, as they say, but just for the optics. Like if the church was like, if my pastor came up and was like, we found a new part of the Bible that said it's okay to live with your girlfriend,
You'd be like,
I would have been like,
"Sweet."
great.
Yeah.
But I was like, let's tie this up. I learned later that I'm a little spectrumy, and it also ties into the addict stuff. It was like, you're my girlfriend. I love you. I want to have sex with you. I want to move in with you. Let's get married. Like, it was very clean. It was easy for me.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous about getting married. People were like, are you nervous? I was like, what? I was also 22.
Yeah.
Nothing had ever happened to me. So it was like, I went from my mom to this wife. Like, it was
Yeah.
like, there'll still be a woman watching me and helping me. That's really what it was. So my wife left me, and it's great. I mean that with great respect. That is not a good setup. And I think my first wife saw that. She was like, this is kind of a man-child, good for a comedy, good
Yeah.
for an Apatow comedy. But like, I was one in real life. And she saw how unromantic, unsexy it was to just kind of be like, I just want this part of my life settled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, I'm not going out trying to meet girls, so I'll just get one. And like, nobody wants to be,
Like,
I'm
yeah.
your got one, like the fucking sex. So this plays into all of the spiritual stuff.
The
because-
participation trophy wife.
Exactly. Well, just the placeholder.
Yeah.
You want, like, I'm obsessed with my wife. I learned that the hard, like, not the hard way. I just learned that.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be lit up for your person. You gotta be more comfortable with them than with yourself, like by yourself. Like, that comes later. But so I get married. She has an affair. And that really blew up my world. I was like, I thought God was protecting me. Can I jump forward?
Yeah,
This is
of
a
course.
line I love. Jim Finley, he says, I believe in a God who protects me from nothing but sustains me in everything. That lesson won't come for like 20 years.
Wait, say that again.
A
Protects
God
me
who
from nothing and
protects me from
sustains
nothing but sustains me in everything.
Mm.
So what do we do with a theology of a God that's watching you when bad things are constantly happening to everybody? You have to shift how you're looking at God. It's not a parking spot thing. It's not you're not going to have your heart broken. It's not you're not going to lose your job. You're going to die. Like all of these things. The
Yeah.
Son of God was tortured and died, right? Like, where did we get this idea that if you're aligned with God, you're going to be like a winner? That's the most Western interpretation of a message from a man who was captured, tortured, and murdered. And we're
Yeah.
like, but if you do what he said, you won't be captured, tortured, and murdered. It's like he was captured, tortured, and murdered,
Yeah.
but he was sustained. Even through that, he knew who he was, and to be religious, he knew who he belonged to. So you see how it transcends circumstance.
Yeah.
That's the true gospel, in my opinion. So I didn't discover that. I jumped ahead. My wife leaves me. Me, my mom, my dad, we were all scratching our head. Like, I don't understand. She was a Christian. I was a Christian. You don't do that.
Yeah.
This isn't how it's supposed to work. So I lost my faith. That would take 4 hours to explain. It just got turned on its head. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I was paying into the mafia, and my bakery got burned down anyway. So I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Of course, as everybody who tells stories like this, that ends up being this incredible gift. I'm not just saying that. It was one of the best things that ever happened to me. It took me a long time to figure that out. But you're going like, this needed to be disrupted. And it was this huge wake-up call. And then I briefly, literally like a matter of weeks, like a week, 2 weeks, I was like, I'm an atheist. All my friends were atheists. I was like, I'll be an atheist.
Yeah.
I listened to the one-woman show, Letting Go of God, Julia Sweeney. I was like, this makes sense to me. Some old guy on a cloud watching me, okay. And I tried it. And all my friends who were atheists were so compassionate. They didn't steal. They didn't hurt people. They weren't cruel. I was just like, what is guiding them? It was authentic. They realized that we belong to each other, which is something Mother Teresa said. Obviously, she meant it. She's a spiritual person. But these so-called godless people knew that we belonged to each other. So they took care of each other. They took care of strangers. They didn't want to hurt anybody. So I was like, oh my God, this is so much more pure.
Sounds like oneness and godness to me.
Of course it is. No, you're also jumping ahead, but of course it
Yeah.
is. But it's very confusing to me because I'm like, but you're not getting the promise of heaven. So why are you doing this? But then I was like, okay, I'll try it. And then around that time, we're really just big, giant steps here. I did a show at Bonnaroo, and I did mushrooms. me and my girlfriend did mushrooms, and somebody. So it's kind of funny. It was Amy Schumer? She wasn't there, but she was. I asked Amy Schumer what mushrooms are. It was like Reggie Watts, Amy Schumer. It was all these kind of pre-famous. We're all just kind of hanging out in a trailer because there is no luxury version of Bonnaroo. It's all just kind of like barefoot hippie stuff. And I'm like, what is mushrooms? Because someone was like, we found a guy who has mushrooms. I'm like, what are mushrooms? And Amy Schumer, and I love her for saying this, she just goes, it's like weed but stronger.
That's a great line. I wouldn't agree with that sentence.
I don't agree with it either.
I love it.
I don't agree with it. And I'm so glad she said it because I went in completely fearlessly. And I could talk about this for 9 hours. But we bought this heart-shaped, it was either a puck shape or a heart shape, but it was like a chocolate. And I split it with my girlfriend. I ate a little bit more than she did. That was smart. I'm much bigger than she was. She is. And we started walking, and you know the story. It takes a while to kick in, and I wouldn't do mushrooms at Bonnaroo now, but not knowing what I was getting into, it was perfect. And we're walking kind of against the flow. Everybody's going to some show, and we're walking against, and everybody starts kind of just like subtly, like a blacklight poster. And I go, I'm still not like, I'm not fucked up, so I'm like, oh. This is like those blacklight posters. Everybody kind of looks like a troll.
Yeah.
Or like Lord of the Rings.
They turn into meat puppets from the wall.
Or like Ren and Stimpy when they zoom it. Like everybody's kind of like, blah, blah, like, but you recognize it. And even in that moment, I was like, oh my God. So people come here and they bring it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, that's amazing. I'm starting to feel novelized. Like I feel like I'm in a book. You know, you get that extra personal sensation where you feel like you're noticing that you're this character in this story that is your life. And there's Pete, and he's walking down the path, and it's kind of weird, but it also feels like a little crispy little secret or something. You're like, what I realize now, looking back, is I'm tasting the life, the fresh, vivid livingness of myself, and it's becoming apparent. I'm taking the focus off of the content of my life, and I'm noticing life. I'm noticing the force.
You're in the moment in every way, shape, and form. That's how it feels. Like it forces you to be in the moment with yourself and almost with strangers. You're
That's
just
right.
like connected. You're just like, whoa.
Well, the part of your brain that's prioritizing what's important and isn't important is offline. So suddenly everything is equally important, and everything is very important. And it's funny, Eckhart Tolle later, he said he realized my teachers used the term being. Eckhart Tolle, famously, and I recommend The Power of Now and A New Earth, they're wonderful books, changed my life. Later, Eckhart said that when he's talking about the present moment, he's talking about your being. He's talking about, do you know what I mean by being? Like your sense of being.
I am a fan of Eckhart Tolle. I didn't read the books, but I've listened to him speak a lot.
But do you know what I mean when I say being?
I mean,
Like, are you having the experience of being right now? Are you?
I'm trying to keep up with you. You're so smart.
That's not smart.
No,
it's the
no.
dumbest thing in the world. Meaning it's so simple. Are you
I'm-
having the experience I am?
I find moments of it. I chase
You don't
it.
exist right now?
I exist. I'm just saying,
that's
am
all
I
I mean.
aware? Yeah, of course I exist.
I don't mean a heightened, special,
Okay.
enlightened
I
state.
thought you meant like, we're all
Can you
connected.
say I am?
I am.
Can you say I am?
Yeah, I am.
Are you having the experience I am? Look for it.
I am.
Okay, where did you go and what did you look at when you concluded with no theory, I am. I can do
Yeah.
it, am I? That
Yeah.
object, you're not looking at an object. The flashlight can't shine on itself, but it kind of can settle into the experience. So the mind goes, there was nothing there, but you unequivocally, undeniably are having the experience of being. So being is what you experience when you're present. Do you see how it's the same thing? So let's all be present. What we're doing is we're kind of dropping thoughts, experience. We're taking the focus off of dynamics, related plans, all that. Let's just be present. When you're being present, you're really just kind of getting still enough to notice the amness that you are, the knowingness that you are. You know that you are. You're present and you're aware. So anyway, on mushrooms, it wasn't what I saw. I could tell you what I saw. It looked like the sunset was like on a burlap bag. It looked like a child had like unfurled a backdrop in a bad play, but it was the sunset. There was a Ferris wheel. I'm with a tree, and just that cliche, the tree is breathing with me. Very loving, very gentle. It turns out I probably took I bet it was like a gram, maybe a gram and a half, not too much.
Have you done it since then?
Mm-hmm. I've done it many times since
Have
then.
you done the hero dose?
The most I've done is like 3.5.
Okay.
So no, that 5 plus is a hero dose, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I haven't done that.
He's done the hero dose. I actually did a hero dose in high school, but
You said 3.5.
3.5. It was an eighth.
Oh, that's it? But you
Yeah.
had the experience?
I had a pretty intense experience.
They're all different strength. That albino
Yeah.
penis envy. Those are, you eat 3 grams. There's this one where you eat 3 grams and it's like 6.
No, I know.
That one's gnarly.
That's like weed these
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
It's like you took a puff of, but was it White Widow? Like you're fucking done.
I am not.
I am not. Or are you aware of absence? Anyway. It's not, just to finish this silly story, I was having that experience, but it wasn't the experience. I really think what happened was I experienced the experiencer. It wasn't that I saw a tree breathing. It's not that I saw a sunset that looked like it was the backdrop of a bad play. I was introduced, even though I didn't have the language for it, to that which sees. So in spirituality, what you're looking with is what you're looking for. You're looking for awareness or knowingness. And that is not that hard to understand.
No,
what
I-
just
yeah,
said.
yeah.
Okay. I just don't want us to go like, oh, this is far out. It's not. The knowing, Meister Eckhart said, the I that knows God is the same I that knows me. There's only one knowing, and it's eternal, it's boundless, and it's what's looking out our eyes right now. Mushrooms, other things can do this too. I've had other experiences. I've had experiences sober, having one right now. You can experience yourself without the help of these things. I was pretty dyed in the wool in a certain way, fundamentalist, evangelical Christian. It was helpful for me to send in the wrecking ball and really shatter the structure. But it wasn't that I had fun or beauty or love or anything. It's I saw what I saw that something is seeing. I saw my awareness, or I recognized my awareness briefly. And then I remembered as I was starting to come down, I remember this like it was yesterday. I go, great, I'm going to have to talk about this and ruin it. And then my heart opened because I realized, oh my God, that's what the Bible is. Oh my God, that's what they all are.
The
They're
message
all,
is the truth, the way.
but they're trying to talk about something you can't talk about.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, having just been there, although I've never left it, and neither have you, but I experientially was there. It's not quite right, but you don't know what I'm trying to say. I felt like I came back to not there, kicked out of the wedding banquet, but I had been in. Let's stick with this language. That's what I felt. And then I suddenly had a great compassion for anybody, Christ or otherwise, that was trying, God love them, to share the good news that what you are is what you're looking for. And it's really hard to talk about. But after that, I found Joseph Campbell, who really opened up the Bible for me, opened up all religious traditions. There's a great series called The Power of Myth that changed my life. It introduced me to the idea of a metaphor. Metaphor doesn't mean not true, or myth doesn't mean not true. It means we're tackling truths that are so big they can only be told with lies. They can only, like the Bible is interesting because it is history and it's overlain with mythology. It's both at the same time. It's a very confusing text to the modern brain. We're looking for tape recorder. What did Jesus say? We want a video on the resurrection. It's completely, you couldn't be farther from what was happening culturally. If you're telling a story to somebody 2,000 years ago, and if you're talking to a poor person, you would say, I lost $10. If you were talking to a rich person, you would say, I lost $10 million. You wouldn't even say, of course, I didn't really lose 10 million. You would know your audience. You would speak to them in a cultural framework that would make what you're saying make sense. It's Semitic storytelling. It's way more flowy. It's way more like music for us than a textbook. We've turned the Bible into a textbook. So anyway, then I got into some brain stuff, really loving Joseph Campbell, learning to love the Bible again, learning to love Christ again. And then I found Ram Dass, and that's kind of what my book is about. Ram Dass really helped me start to understand I am loving awareness. And then I found Rupert Spira, and then later John Wheeler, and now I'm what you would call a non-dualist, meaning that's the Dalai Lama walks into a pizza place and says, "Make me one with everything." But
Non-dualist.
a non-dualist is just when you're going into that recognition that you exist, which I know you have. I know Mother Ayahuasca's taken you to this place, but it's here now. Whatever the essence of this is here now. It has to be. It's your essence. Your essence isn't apart from the essence of the universe. Your essence is the essence of the universe. You are a piece of that, we could say. And we look at and we realize that that is what we are and that is what you are. And then the nature of that awareness is peaceful, spacious, happy, free, without a problem, without a beginning, without an end, unborn, and will never die.
Oh, I like
so you
that.
experience
Yeah,
that.
I do get that. Now I know what it is. I
But-
got a joke. You said what'd you say, a Buddha joke? I got a Jesus joke. Hey, if Jesus was the Lamb of God, does that mean that Mary had a little lamb?
Very nice.
Have you heard that one? I heard that one, and I could not stop laughing.
Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, man.
Well, if you like, I mean, I see your cross. There's so much non-dual stuff in the Bible. If it matters to me because I like it. But
Yeah.
I and the Father are one.
I
think
gotta
it's-
read that book. I mainly
you-
listen to it on YouTube, brother. If I'm
What, the
being
Bible?
honest, I'm a YouTube guy. Yeah.
You're listening to the Bible,
I listen to Jesus Frequencies and the Sermon
which
on
is
the
like
Mount.
quotes and stuff. Look, maybe you're different from me. If you're reading the Sermon on the Mount without somebody there to explain it to you, Richard Rohr has a series called The Sermon on the Mount. It's about 7 hours long, where
Yeah,
he goes
I
through.
put
that.
it on while I just clean and I
Richard
just listen.
Rohr's?
I don't know. I just
you're just
listen
listening
to
to the
YouTube
Sermon on the
shit
Mount.
on the Sermon on the Mount.
Oh, just people talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
That's how I get it.
Yeah. Well,
But
the
I did get into Jesus through ayahuasca, and it's funny that there was a moment I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt your flow. It was just going. You were spitting fire, my brother. But I then became, at a moment I wanted to say this, like people kept coming to me, asking me about ayahuasca. I'm now in the comedy community anyways, which is funny because Neil has done it more than me, Neil Brennan.
Of course.
I've done it with him, Theo, Amir K, Blair Saki, Brittany Schmidt. It's a beautiful medicine, but that's actually when I got into them because I touched the pool of oneness in heaven.
Right.
And that's why I kept going back. People were like, "Are you addicted to that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm addicted to meeting God and love and oneness and not feeling pain or anything whatsoever."
Yeah.
And then everybody always asks, like, "I don't want to puke." And then Neil Brennan, we were talking in a circle at the Comedy Store. He goes, "Well, that's the price to meet God, all right?" And we were just laughing. And it's just,
I could see.
I don't know how to
saying that.
achieve it just through stillness, but I do now in little moments. Like I know what you're about to say. It never ends. It's what.
But what's beautiful, it's really important. There's nothing you're being left behind from. That's the lie. That's the story that we build up. When I take ayahuasca, I'm there. I understand you're having an experience.
Yeah, that you're always there. That just removes the veil.
That's right.
Where it's just visible, literally, and you feel it.
That's so beautiful. I'm so glad.
But it did open me up to love that man a lot more, and not just because as a kid, my dad was like, "Oh, religion,"
You mean AI skeleton Jesus? You mean skateboard skeleton?
I do that.
Skateboard skeleton AI Jesus? You love him? After I took that ancient plant medicine, I really love AI skeleton skateboard Jesus so much.
shit.
My relationship to AI skeleton, between Tupac and Craig, I love AI.
He's in the
of
middle.
the three. There's a reason why he's in the middle.
Well, that's my hero, and then I'm working on self-love. You got to love yourself. So there we are.
I love all of those people.
And but back to what's cool about ayahuasca waking you up, in my opinion, is like I went to the Human Garage and they stretch you out. They do like stretching. They work on trauma stuck in your body, your hips, your stomach, your chest, your jaw. And while they're working on me, I'm in now. It feels like an ayahuasca-like experience. There's no drugs, there's no psychedelics, there's nothing, and I'm blast off. You can also, we were talking about it in a recent clip.
That's around the corner?
They're in Venice, yeah.
Oh, they're in Venice.
They're great. They gave me that swag bag. I did it before. I was scared because they do like a tongue thing, and I was like, I gotta talk for an hour. I don't want you to snap my tongue, but I'm gonna go back. And it's basically, I don't want to sum them up in their words, but my quick synapse definition, it feels like chiropractic massage meets spiritualism.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. And then they're just coaching you through it. And it was just a trip because they're stretching me out. And I felt like I was on freaking ayahuasca. Bro.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And it's like once you're conscious of this, you can hop into it through yoga or a beach walk or stretching or
See, I love
or
all
the book
that.
or the Bible or
And
whatever.
It's that's valid. What's interesting is, see, when Buddha never said I'm enlightened, right? He didn't claim some sort of experience like a permanent ayahuasca that like we're all like chasing awakening. What he said is I am awake. And can't you say that about your experience right now? Is it taking any effort for my words to like enter, for so to speak, into your awareness? Like it just kind of, it's fresh, it's naked, it's defenseless, it's allowing, it's spacious. It's like the space in this room. It doesn't mind that we're in here. You are like the space in this room. So there are peak experiences. There's body garage and there's yoga and there's sex and there's drugs and all these things. The reason I just need something, to me, spirituality is interested in that which doesn't change. When you were 7 years old, this spacious, knowing awareness was the same. And now when you're 27, the space-like knowing awareness is the same. And it's the same right here, whether or not we're seeing dragons or feeling ecstasy. And that's what makes this podcast so delightful for me, as well as my drive to Redondo Beach, as well as my final moments on my deathbed. I need something that is not contingent or married to my human ecstatic feeling or some sort of bliss or groovy time. I need to get acquainted with what I always am. And that, we could say, is awake. Are you not awake?
No, I'm awake.
You're awake.
I'm too awake.
So then we add to that awakeness the story of Craig and the story of what we're doing and the image of my body and
Yeah, I'm trying not to be
this,
my story
all that
anymore.
stuff. But what's great is it's not just a thought experiment. It's something you can keep testing and experiencing and investigating. I would say tasting and going like, oh, it's all. I laugh all day. I go, it's here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll be in a bad mood. My daughter is making us late for something. Oh, it's here right now. Mm. I'm in a pissy mood. I'm saying, motherfucker, it's here right now.
I got to do that on the road. The road.
Well, yeah, that's a great testing place.
The road. It all goes smoothly. Nothing to see here, folks. Bro.
Never.
I already told this story, but we did, when the blizzard hit, I was making it on my flight. I called the Uber driver that could. This fool, African fool, he pulled up in a Ford Escape during the Category 2 moving into 3 blizzard.
Where were you?
Dayton, Ohio, where it was hitting. We crashed into because the highways was snow, and we were going to the exit to the airport, and we just went, dirt. And then I'm digging out the snow. Like, that's what I mean. I'm like, it's here now. Right. He's spinning the tire, mud's coming up on me. I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna die out here. This Delta employee pulled up, and I got in his car. I was like, later, buddy.
Really?
I gave him $100. Yeah, I left him in the ditch. I went to the airport. It's crazy, bro.
See, the Jesus, because you love Jesus, is always using father-son stuff. Like the prodigal son is the closer of the Sermon on the Mount. I always say this, if you're interested, the Sermon on the Mount is also the most verifiably historic Jesus. Like he said, the Sermon on the Mount. They're pretty
Right, that's why I'm drawn to it. Yeah.
Not the, I'm sorry, the prodigal son specifically.
Well, I checked that one now.
Yeah. Well, you know the prodigal son.
Well, him.
Oh no, the story of the prodigal son.
I mean, I'm pretty ignorant if it ain't on the YouTubes.
It
would be. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I discover a thing I like, and I listen to that over and over and over until I'm done with it.
Well, you just tell me if it's familiar. The prodigal son Father has 2 sons. One of his sons says, give me my inheritance early. Before you die, I want to enjoy it now. Father gives it to him. Son leaves, gets sex workers, alcohol, spends it all. I can't believe you don't know the story. This is your story.
I was like, I think I've heard this story.
You're living the story.
Sounds like me and my father.
So he ends up, I say this all the time, but I'm trying to say it fresh every time. He ends up working with the pigs. And he's a Jewish man, so working with pigs, it's a cultural way of saying he's as low as he can be. And he's destitute, and he's broke, and he's going to die. And before he's dying, he goes, wait. He remembers who his father is. My father's this wealthy landowner, right? And if I go back, hat in hand, maybe he'll have mercy on me and make me a servant in his kingdom. So he goes back, he makes his way back to his dad's house, and there's a great line where while the son was still a good distance away, the father saw the son and came running out. So and threw a huge party, all the Bible stuff, fatten calf, slaughter it, give him new sandals, give him a new robe, because what is lost has been found. This is where that line comes from, Amazing Grace, right? So he lets the son in. And then the punchline is, he tells both his sons, he goes, I'm always with you, and everything I have is yours. So that is a very clear pointer to your true nature. Like, let's say when we get our inheritance, that's when we take manifestation, that we leave the kingdom. We apparently leave our home, right? Oneness, God. And we go into a far-off land. That's where we are right now. You're in a far-off land. And we squander. This is what we do with our life. We make mistakes. We get dirty, all that sort of stuff. And then all that happens, nothing happens. Is the prodigal son less the man's son when he's with the pigs, when he's broke?
No.
No. Is he more
He just
the
thinks he
man's
is,
son
yeah.
when he comes back? No.
No.
He says, I am always with you, and everything I have is yours. That's a hit for a reason. He's saying there's nothing to do. There's just something to remember. There's something to recognize. And if I really want to be a church, I'd say you have to remember who you belong to. But you don't even have to think of God as something else, somewhere else. God, science calls it consciousness. Spiritual people might call it awareness. That is your source. Everything you are aware of it. Everything that is, you are aware of it. That is what Christians call the ground of being. It's like,
Scientists call what, the unified field?
well,
No.
not maybe. I don't really know much about the unified field. I do. I know that they talk about all the fields of potentiality. I'm talking about anything that would know any potentiality. So you're aware of your experience. Rupert Spira would say, your awareness is like the screen in a movie. You can't exist without it. You can't be having your experience without being aware of it. So God, I would say, is like the screen in a movie, and the three of us are like three characters going, how do we get back to God?
Yeah.
Well, how do you stand apart from God? That's a better question. What must exist for the mind to exist? What must be there for your mind to exist? Awareness. That's God. It transcends your mind, transcends your body. Anything that is only is because it's known. What would we call that? We'd call that the ground of being. We'd call that I am. So that's God to Moses. I am that I am. I used to think he was being funny, like I am that I am. Don't worry about it. He's saying I am. I am. I am. I am. And what are you? You are. I am.
Yeah. That's
You're
what I was about to say.
clothed.
We're all gods.
You're
I and
God.
I,
You're an aspect
one.
of God in the sense that like a wave is the ocean, but you are having the temporary appearance of being a wave. So I don't go around saying I am God, but the real blasphemy is for a wave to say I'm not the ocean. It's to say I stand apart from the ocean. We think it's blasphemy for the wave to say I am the ocean. It's actually the other way around. If you say I have my existence, as Paul said, I live and move and have my being apart from Christ, that's literally blasphemy.
Yeah.
So you're saying I can't live, move, or have my being outside of Christ. Well, that must mean Christ is another word for everything. You want to do some ketamine?
Yeah. I got some. No, it's Tape. Tape. Damn. Yeah, that was wild. You know the spiritual stuff, my brother.
But I appreciate that. And what could be more ordinary and familiar? You know what I mean? It's like the ego, you could say, our supposedly separate selves love punting unified consciousness, awakening, enlightenment. We go, oh, maybe my next trip, maybe if I stop smoking weed, maybe if I, whatever. What is looking out your eyes right now? Like, are you awake? It's like the space in this room. It's fresh. It's life. It's alive. It's here. It wasn't born. It didn't come into existence when you were born. It doesn't go out of existence when you die. But whatever that is, whatever all the teachers are pointing to, is here now. Kabir says it's the breath inside the breath. It's what makes, it's what's breathing inside of your breathing. It's just another way of saying it's the knowingness that's holding it all. So Rupert Spire has another great analogy where he says it's like the actor John Smith plays the part of King Lear. And he gets so into it, he thinks he's King Lear. And his friend comes backstage to tell him what a great show. And he's like, oh, I'm miserable. I'm at war with France. I'm arguing with my daughter. And he's like, no. So what does King Lear have to do to realize that he's John Smith? Nothing. He has to stop doing something. He has to actually relax.
I love that analogy. We all need to relax.
It's like a sinking in to a bath. It's like after a cold, like working outside and it's cold, you get in the bath and you actually relax. It's like you recognize that nothing is wrong if you're not thinking about it. And how can you be something that only exists when you're thinking about it?
That's so funny, but that's...
You must be that which makes the thing that you think you are possible.
Yeah. You when you just said you can't think, it just put me back in dodgeball. I used to be addicted to dodgeball. It was my favorite. It's too far and it ruins my body and I get injured.
Oh,
But-
you love playing dodgeball?
Oh my God, Pete, there's no problems in the world out there. I called it chaotic zen because you're forced. There's 7 balls on the court and they're thrown at you at 70 miles per hour. The only place you could be right here, right now.
Of course.
There's nothingness. You're just a child again.
That's right.
And you're in the moment. And when you said that line, I went, I want to play dodgeball again.
Yeah.
Because it just is, or I don't know. It
No,
sounds
that's
so
right.
weird
When I
to
watched
say that.
Free Solo, that dude that climbed whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's addicted to himself.
Yeah.
I don't mean his ego. I don't mean his mind. I'm not saying he's a narcissist. I'm saying when you're looking for a finger hold or you die,
Yeah.
nothing else is there.
Yes.
And that's what you're experiencing.
Yes, I love it. And you could get in weird. I remember watching this restaurateur just talk about how he loved getting slammed at a restaurant and getting 30 orders and just going,
It's flow
just
state.
ratatouille shit.
No, that's literally flow state. And that's what I don't know about you. I'm assuming when I'm on stage and I'm in the middle of a bit,
Flow, baby.
it's flow. Flow state, now we're kind of taking, which I'm happy to do, sort of a psychological viewpoint of what's wrong if you're not thinking about it. Like it's kind of just a trip to consider that if you can, why does it feel so good to think about nothing? It's because when we talk about the nature of the universe being love, right? I think we think like, oh, Craig, you're the best. You're so fun. You're so funny. I love your shoes. Like we think that's love. I love French fries. They're so crispy. That's not love. A better word for love is yes. A better word is like this great allowing. Like when I love you, and I do love you, I allow you. I allow you. Even when you're like, oh, I'm smoking weed, I'm like, fuck, Craig, I love you. That's sort of perfect, even if you're kind of feeling weird about it. Love is this allowing. It's this emptiness. So when they say the nature of the universe is love, we don't mean I love all the violence and I love all the hate. It's almost irrational yes to every expression and every side of every crystal and every refraction. It can't help itself. Like child having kids, it ruins your life in a lot of ways. You can't help it. You're so fucking in love.
Yeah.
That's a yes. The yes you feel, that's again why Jesus is using all this father, son, mother, daughter, all that stuff is because I think he understood that like when you have a kid, you're just like, it reasons out the door. When you're in love, reasons out the door. I mean, romantic
Oh,
love.
yeah, absolutely.
But like you're allowing them.
I love you too, bro. I met you at JFL Montreal.
That's right.
It popped back in the head. He
I just had
hosted
Brian
it.
Behe on. Remember him? Was he in
Yeah.
your crew?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I did it 2 years.
Yeah, that was the next year. I had some hitters though. We had me, Shane Gillis, Sam J.
Yeah.
Maybe not Sam J. It's all a blur.
It is a blur for me too.
I don't know.
I don't know if it was
Awesome.
Sam J, but like
No,
it was Shane.
wasn't her. It was Shane, me. There was two. It was like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I was the later one. Sean Grant, Sam Talent, Joe Prano. Anyways, you were so kind, and we were all so nervous. We were young pups.
Well, you were forgive me, maybe you weren't the only one, but I remember being like, oh, I want to do New Faces because I want to tell these guys and girls, you know what I mean, these people, what I wanted someone to tell me, which is they have a festival. Who fucking cares? You're the thing.
Yeah.
You're why they're here. This is your thing. Like, so many times in my life, in my comedy career, I just wanted somebody to be like, don't be scared.
Yeah.
The comedian
It's in the Bible a lot.
yeah, sure is.
No fear, no fear. Don't know the fear.
The comedian is the thing. Somehow the restaurant owner convinced the steak
Yeah.
that it was like lucky to be there. It's like, if all the steaks leave,
You got
good
nothing.
luck with your restaurant.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we should be bitches. I'm just saying like there's a air, and it's not just Montreal. I'm grateful to Montreal. It changed my life. Thank you, JFL. And I'll continue doing shows with them, all the things I need to say. I'm just saying every club, the whole thing, wants to convince the steak that the restaurant is what matters. And I just wanted to go in and go, you guys are what people are, to go with the metaphor, hungry for. Own it. This is a victory lap. You already auditioned. That's when you can be nervous. You're here.
Yeah.
Crowd's hot. And then I don't know if you remember, I just yelled at the crowd. I was like, fuck you, taking notes. Put your phones away.
Yeah.
Eat
No, it was
shit.
great. I
Like,
remember it.
Laugh. This is their moment. Lock in.
Yeah.
Don't warm up 3 comics in. Laugh at the first person. And I play jackass. And I just felt like it was a really beautiful thing for me. It was very beautiful for me.
Yeah, I got photos of it. You gave me a big hug. You said you were great. And
Yeah, you were.
You said every joke you have is an opener or a closer.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're these perfect little bits. They're perfect bits. You
Yeah.
could open with anyone and
And then
close
I was
with
like
anyone.
this. And then you're like, are you retaining this? I was like, yeah, I'm just emotional right now, man. No, because it was, you know how it is. You're at Trader Joe's. You are fired. I think I was freshly fired.
Yeah.
Studio apartment, no kitchen, no income, no nothing.
Yeah.
You're like, it's all on the line. And then you do
I
it.
know. But you were
But
the
it's
steak.
not, because
You were
it's
the
just,
steak.
you just
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah, that's right. I remember, because Shane has blown up so much, and I don't know him, saying Shane like he's my pal. I mean,
You
we're
know
pals
him
in the
from
way
that.
that
Yeah.
all comedians
I'm sure
are
he
pals.
would
and-
be like, hey,
and
thanks for
yes,
hosting
I would
JFL.
say hello, and we would talk about
I don't
it.
know him like that too, and
Okay.
just from
I just
JFL,
wanna be
every
fake.
time I run
People
into
are
him,
big.
he's always like, dude, I fucking rooting for you. He's a nice dude, yeah.
He's a very nice guy from what I can tell too. But like thinking that this guy is like one of the biggest comedians in the world, and I, same as you, I was like, man, that was great. I'm not condescending, but I'm like, let me help you. You feel great. And it's like, I think you'd probably already been offered SNL. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
possibly.
I don't know. I
think
don't
he
know.
got it from that.
Yeah.
And back to, we kind of answered that with your spiritual question, but one of the themes of this podcast is a bad thing that changed you for the better. Yours was your marriage.
Oh yeah, my divorce. Yeah.
And Shane's, I mean, I'm speaking for him, but I would
The
guess
thing.
the SNL being canceled was gut-wrenching awfulness at
Yeah,
the time, and
yeah.
now it launched him into superstardom.
Hosted it twice.
Yeah.
Hosted it twice.
So
I think
the bad
same-
thing now just formed and blew up.
Yeah, the lotus grows in the shit.
Yeah.
But also, I take such comfort in that. Like with AI, I spent some time worrying about AI, or I used to. And now I'm like, something really, really important to remember whenever you're worried about anything, and this isn't spiritual, this is just the way that this all seems to work, is it's almost never what you think it is.
Yeah.
So Shane, then that, right? And then I go, oh, AI, everybody's out there getting clicks, getting views, being like, it's going to ruin this, it's going to end that. And I'm like, I'm not saying I take that stuff seriously. And I'm also like, you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
And if you're saying, you can maybe the best futurists in the world,
Don't know.
60% maybe. You know what I mean?
Maybe the AI finally makes us be light beings like JC over there, and we just go, boom.
Be light beings.
Yeah, and we ascend.
I mean, I do, it's funny. I've asked AI spiritual questions. I tell it which teachers to use their voice. It's been I only did it once, but it was incredibly helpful. And Deepak Chopra has an AI. You can talk to him. And I really wanted to be like, what's going on with the Epstein list?
I know,
Because you can.
bro.
There's a Deepak Chopra AI.
I was a big fan of his.
Deepak came on my podcast. I have a lot of love. That was very disappointing, obviously.
Yeah.
Beyond disappointing. But I did think about that. I was like, imagine going on his... I wonder if can you type in Deepak Chopra AI? Because it was free when I did it. AI. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You can say, what's going on with the Epstein list? I wonder what he'll say. Because he'll say it in his voice. Like
no.
They uploaded his voice. Okay. Can you get audio? I'm here to share insights on... Oh, that's interesting. It just had a catch-all. I'm only here to talk about spirituality. Oh, play the audio. Click that play.
I'm here to share
This is-
insights on spirituality and well-being as Deepak would. For questions about current events or topics outside this realm, I encourage you to consult
breaths.
relevant sources. If there's a question about personal growth or inner peace that I can help with, please feel free to share.
You should say
AI fake breathing.
AI fake breathing. AI fake fret slides. You have it make music and it'll put in like which is, respect. Where credit is due, respect.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Let me see those questions again. We're at the hour mark. Let me make sure I got all my beautiful questions.
cancel on your TV.
Oh, thank you.
Hit cancel. Do not hit yes or no.
See, tell the Jesus joke that's in
Which
the
one?
list. I snuck it in there. He thought it was organic.
Do you think Ram Dass and Jesus were cut from the same cloth? Is that what you mean?
No, I was down there, but
Which one?
we could.
Tell the Jesus joke. I don't have a Jesus joke. Which one?
No, the one I told you, Mary had a little.
Oh,
lamb.
that's for you. Craig notes.
What is?
You are beyond earnest, and I love it.
What's a simple thing that most people can do that will help them find a balance or peace? You pretty much went into a deep dive explanation of that.
Well,
I just
yeah.
always say breathe. Just breathe.
Breathing's good.
It's always that's the one. Because if ever I'm choked up, I'll notice like you're holding your breath right now.
Yeah.
You're so stressed out from life, career, special kid, whatever the thing may be, that you're holding your breath.
Yeah.
And you just go, and just, I don't remember the names of it. I struggle with it. I'll work on that. But just the two in and hold.
Parasympathetic. I think.
Yeah, that one.
You're not quite doing it right. Only because I care about you.
Which one? Oh, I was mixing the two. I do another one. That one's the one I do for anxiety, and the holotropic breathing is the over oxygenation of the blood.
Okay.
Where you go,
Oh.
and it's all mouth. That one's nuts.
But that's belly chest release. You're doing that wrong too.
Oh man, he
Just do
knows
it.
all this stuff.
Put your hand on your belly
So you do this stuff?
every day.
Wow.
Before I go on stage, I use Othership. It's a Canadian app. I love it because they go breathe,
Okay.
breathe,
We'll
breathe.
write that down. I'll take that. I need coaching. Yeah, because I'll be.
You do
I
not.
do the bootleg versions.
I'm sure they're.
They still help though, but I like to do it correctly.
I don't think you need to be paying for this. But yeah, Othership. But that's belly chest release. If you do belly chest release for 30 minutes, your hands will lock up. They'll levitate off
Yes,
your body.
yes,
You'll start to
yes.
trip. It's great. I recommend
Yes.
that. Again, that's sort of a peak experience, but keeping it a little bit more on earth. Before I go on stage, I do my opener does 20 minutes. I do 17 minutes of breath work, and I get my feet above my heart. So there's almost always like a couch, You know?
Yeah.
So you lay down, get your feet above your heart. So if you put your feet above your heart for, I think it's 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and just relax, no meditation, no breath work, no nothing, just listen to some music. They say, a doctor told me, that puts you in your parasympathetic. So as opposed to your sympathetic nervous system, more of a fight flight, puts you in the parasympathetic. So you'd think before a show I might be slapping myself and getting ready. I'm flooding my body with oxygen and incredibly deep breathing, a lot of belly chest release, sometimes this one, whatever it might be, some of the, it's just do a 17-minute, one of them that I do is called Boost Your Day, one is called High Frequency Energy, if you want to do the ones that I do. And when I go out on stage, this has really been a game changer for me.
You're just conscious, huh?
I love them.
Yeah.
I know that sounds maybe corny.
Oh, I need that.
But I'm
they
like,
get drunk. They
yeah.
they heckle you, man.
Yeah, it can be a little rowdy. Sometimes I'll do something different. I always do the breath work. Sometimes I give myself to the audience very directly. Sometimes I imagine like a cord in my belly going up into the sky is like a metaphor to like, I'm actually not merging with you guys. I don't love the vibe in here. I love you, but I'm going to protect myself a little bit and draw on a higher source. So yeah, you gotta go case by case, but breath is a great example. I think anything that allows you to recede, breath work, I think is definitely putting you in touch. It's helping you experience your true nature. So does laughter. All the things we mentioned, exercise, they can often have this unintended consequence that you're seeing yourself as the space-like knowing that you are. Because that, to me, isn't just the best remedy, it's the only substantial one. Because even like a high from breath work is going to fade. Even like a good achievement or a good rock climb, all these things are going to bring you there. Trying to stay... Jesus, talks about building your house on the rock. Like, build your house there on the rock. What's always with you? What doesn't come and go? Not like as an idea. Really find the pearl of great price. Find the peace that passes understanding. But for real, that helps me go back to sleep when I wake up at 4 a.m. and I'm feeling anxious about everything.
The rock. Gotta get the rock, the foundation. Okay, this is a fun question. Do you experience synchronicities, and what do you think they are? What does it mean to you?
Constantly.
Yeah.
I had so many today. So I told you Brian Behe, it was so funny, he did my podcast today. And I had a real good one. I'm glad you asked because I might forget it. First of all, it was staggering how many things he was saying that I was thinking about on the ride down. And I do believe in that, meaning the interconnectedness.
Oh, big time.
Bleeding, minds bleeding.
If you don't believe in it, eat a hero dose or do ayahuasca, and you will believe in it in a heartbeat.
I completely agree.
You don't need that stuff to get there, but that's kind of a Cliff Notes version.
For sure. To blow the windows open.
Yeah.
But the one that happened was, I was talking about this writing retreat I went on with my friend Mirabai Starr. She led it. And everybody there was like a woman 70 plus. I might be exaggerating. It might have been like 60 plus. But it was like this great energy. It was me, I think literally 2 other men, and some women in their 40s, 50s, some 60s, but a lot of 70s, a lot of 80s. Just like this really like grand matron feel. I mean that in a positive, obviously, like this grandmotherly feeling. I'm connecting with these women. Anyway, it was awesome. I said and every day we would have a luncheon. And I said this on the podcast, I go, because once you're over 70 and you're female, every meal is a luncheon. So I stepped out the term luncheon. We riffed on it for a while. I record the podcast at my old house. I'm walking in the house. My friend lives there now. And he's on the phone. This just happened. And he's going, yeah, we'll do a luncheon. We'll make it a luncheon. And I just go, I'm peeing. I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't even know what to do with that.
Yeah.
When you're in a podcast, when you're in connection with people, when you're doing things, it can be on Instagram. Like these things are in your life. I'm just saying, especially when you're connecting with people and doing a podcast, I was talking about the story of, what is his name? I'm blanking on it. There's this old myth about, there's so many like this. There's this prince, and in the courtyard, there's this like, sorry, I want to get it right. The version that I was talking about was there's always kids playing with a ball, and the ball represents your youth. This, when kids are under 7, usually around 7, is when the idea of being a separate entity really sinks in. In the Catholic tradition, they call this the wound. That's why kids are confirmed at 7. In psychology, they would say your brain is like literally formed in this way, and you have more sense of self, a separate self. So that youth thing that we all had 7 years of, kind of not quite knowing. Ram Dass talked about you go around pinching, going like, okay, this is me. Okay, this is not me. You're finally getting the idea that you're separate and that you can be hurt, like you're in danger. So the ball represents that childish innocence. And the ball always goes over the fence of some scary house, and the kids always have to conspire a way to get in the fence, get the ball, and leave.
Best movie of all time, Sandlot. I'm sorry.
Bro, no bit. No bit zone? That's what Sandlot is. It's children trying. I'm not saying that's what they consciously were making it about, but the reason why these things resonate. There's another one where there's a wild man in a cage, and the guy's got to steal the key from under his mother's pillow, and all these things, all these coming of age stories that have lasted thousands of years. Anyway, we're talking about that one on the podcast. I go home. My daughter, I don't know what she was at the time. Let's say she was 3 or 4. She's like, I want to watch something. And there's hundreds of shows. And we're looking on Netflix, and there's some fucking random show. We've never watched it before. We click it. It's like a fairy tale show. And the episode that we picked, she picks them based on the picture. So it's not like episode 1. She's like, that one. I'm like, okay. It's the story of these kids who lose their ball over the fence of a witch's house, and they have to go in and get it. And I'm just like, I don't even know what to do with this. In a fun way, I'm not just here to float above life and be like, it's all just consciousness, who cares? It's fun to be like, this is magic. It feels like a wink.
I think it's a possibility of 2 things. This is my thoughts on it. The fact that our thoughts do create reality and consciousness, or God or the universe or whatever you want to call it, saying you're in the right place.
I take it as a little of both, yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's super fun. If this is God's dream, and deep down we are God, it gets tricky because I was raised Christian. I don't want to get into thought police. Like, well, don't think about this or do think about that, and like manifesting and all this sort of stuff. That freaks me out. It's just not for me. I'm just saying, like, it kind of gives me the willies. But when I'm getting a lot of synchronicities, and there's 1,000 more.
Yeah.
And I will say, the more aligned my life has been, the more I've been in my feeling where I'm supposed to be, doing the work I'm supposed to be doing, with the people I'm supposed to be doing, in the place I'm supposed to be, being a father, being a husband, all these things. But just feeling linked to that, the synchronicities just quadrupled. I was like, This is crazy.
Yep.
So I have fun with that. I like that, yeah.
There's an awesome documentary film, I believe it's called Running Down a Dream, about Tom Petty. And he said when the band was forming, he called them strange coincidences. And I forget exactly every single one, but he was like, man, I need a drummer. And then this guy popped up, I'm a drummer. And then it was this drummer for 20 years, like all these, but like not just one. It was everything to make the band happen was just like
one after the other.
It was like, and he explains it in the documentary, and I saw it maybe 12 years ago, but it's awesome, and it just put that little seed in my head, and then later when my beliefs started to develop, I was like, oh, that's that thing he was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to do stand up. My coworker goes, I'm a comic. I'll take you open mics, and I'm like,
well, yeah, the open mic that defined a generation of Chicago comedy was on my route to the train.
Yeah.
So I moved to Chicago to do improv, but I was doing stand-up, but then I was like, that's a gun for hire. Like, I read Truth in Comedy, this book about improv, and it really kind of turned me on stand-up. I was like, that's for salesmen.
I did improv first, too. I was scared.
It was also being scared.
I was so scared.
And every day I walked by this bar that was the open mic, not just a open mic. It was the best open mic probably in the history of the world. And it just happened to be right by the train that I took to go to my job. And I got that job because I got fired after 9/11. There was like this kind of I don't know if it's mini, but people stopped eating out. So I got fired from where I was working, laid off, I guess. And then I got a job at the Bennigan's downtown, which the Brown Line took me there, right by that Monday comedy. Changed my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe in that. I also just think like, again, going back to your nature being like this space, like awareness in this room, it's one of its qualities is allowing and flowing. And when you can get more in touch with who you are, you see that reality is like jazz. It has this
Flowing.
and you can flow with that. So not just Tom Petty, Ram Dass obviously wrote the book Be Here Now, but wrote is generous. He was giving a series of talks. He found out people were transcribing them. They were recording them and transcribing them. Somebody comes up and goes, I've been transcribing your talks. Here they are. He puts them in the trunk of his car. He's just going around breaking even on the shows. He's just making money to eat. I think he was sleeping in his van. Then he's giving someone a ride somewhere. They see the papers. They go, what's that? They go, oh, somebody's transcribed a bunch of my talks and they typed it up for me. And he was like, oh, you should, they borrowed them. They took them. They said, a friend of mine's an artist. They could make a bunch of art. We just did it. Nobody set out to make Be Here Now. And that is one of the heartbreaking things about constraints and overbearing routines and limiting beliefs and parents who squash you or coworkers who laugh at your dreams or whatever it might be. It's not just an affront to your humanity. It's an affront to your essential nature. You are boundless and expressive and spontaneous and natural and creative and joyful. It's what you are. So when you get in the right place with like-minded people, things like your stand-up thing can come around. Things like Be Here Now can come around. Things like Tom Petty can come around. And there's a hum to that. It's like, oh, that's a clue to what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like the ocean it makes these beautiful waves. The sun makes these beautiful sunsets. The sun and the clouds don't have they've never been on a Zoom together.
Mm-mm.
It's just unfolding.
Zoom, that was my other note. I don't know why this horrible thought popped in my head, but on the drive after being stretched out, I went to a Zoom funeral in like 2020. And it was the worst experience ever. It was so sad. And the funny part is, this poor old couple was doing the speech on the deceased, and they did it. They couldn't figure out the volume, so it was muted. So you just saw these people crying, but the comedian in me, I'm howling, Pete.
Of course,
I'm cracking up. I was like, oh, I can't do this no more. I logged out. Anyway,
camera off. Camera off on that one. Then you just like,
I wasn't gonna say that, but you said Zoom synchronicity. I was like, well, I got a Zoom story. It's on the notes.
yeah.
I just have little funny anecdotes pop in my head, and I was like, Chris, maybe we'll do this.
But also to be aware of synchronicities, you have to be alert, and that goes back to being awake.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that's one of the qualities I look for in people is just like being like photo paper. You know how
Oh yeah,
project
you
light
know our
onto photo
business.
paper.
These people just waiting to speak, or just
Yes, that's right.
oh, Pete's here. I have to. They pull a ripcord, and
Right. Yeah.
it's like, why don't you say hi, motherfucker?
Yeah,
Like say
yeah.
what's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, now for the final question. I'm a
Were
silly
you
goose.
mandated to do this podcast by your PO?
No. I'm good. No arrest. No, retired, Pete. That's all the knucklehead shit that led me to this. But silly last question. I hope you have one. Do you got a good poop into the pants story?
Oh, wow. We used to do that. Or I have done that. I got a bunch of good poop and pants stories.
Yes.
Let me just think about it for 1 second, because that's a good one.
All believers are shitters. Yeah, we got one.
The first one, but that's kind of one I've told before. I think it might be that one.
Not to my loyal poop fan base, though. They send in stories. They guess we got to.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I believe it. It's a great question, because you're asking somebody, like, when did it all fall apart?
Yeah. When were you feeding the pigs?
Well, forgive me for anybody that listens to my podcast, and they probably wouldn't listen to this. Nobody needs more of me if they're listening to that podcast. But I was in Christian college. I went to this college called Gordon College in Wenham, Massachusetts, right next to Beverly, Massachusetts. The people in Beverly, Massachusetts left for California and founded Beverly Hills.
That's why we always got. There's always two everything.
Oh,
My
I
family's my white side's from Boston.
Ah,
Yeah, Wellesley.
Wellesley.
Yeah, Wellesley.
Wellesley. And then there's York and New York,
Yeah.
New England.
I
The
learned that
balls.
later in life. I'm
The
like,
balls to
I'm
call
like,
yourself
you
New
guys
England.
need new.
New York.
Yeah, like there's no originality.
No.
You can't. New Mexico.
New Mexico. Brutal. So one of the things that took me a long time to kind of, I don't know what you want to say, but like a big struggle for me as a Christian kid was jerking it, like just wanting to jerk off all the time. Back to that kind of addict thing, like a vivacious, alive person. Like if I could talk to myself back then, I'd be like,
It's all right.
it's all right, relax. Like,
Chill out.
well, what I had done is I turned it into
Look
a
at- just
compulsion.
breathe.
Just breathe. Well, actually, it's funny. I tell my daughter all these breathing techniques and stuff, and she's not really there for it, only because she's so regulated. It's not interesting to her. I take that as a point of pride that she's
Yeah,
not like,
you
thank God, this is how to
you
get
did
rid of
it
the
right.
anxiety that
Yeah.
you keep causing in me. So she's chill, but like I wish I had known just how many of my activities were to just stave off anxiety. And I didn't know any other ways. I didn't even really know go for a walk. Like it was fucking
Long
motherfucking
walks.
early 90s.
Long
You know
walks.
what I mean?
I know.
Long
No-
walks.
None of this was around back then. I didn't drink water. We drank Kool-Aid.
We
Then
drank,
no one-
we drank milk.
yeah, milk and Kool-Aid.
I'd come back from basketball and drink milk.
Oh.
Fucking horrible. If you served me water at your house, I'd be like, what is this, the Dust Bowl?
Yeah,
like, I don't understand.
it wasn't a thing.
Are you not okay?
Yeah.
No, I
You're
don't want
poor.
water.
You're poor. You
Are you
drink
poor? At least
water.
put some Kool-Aid in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I turned jerking it into like that was a real. I mean, when I say addiction, some people are truly addicted and like it interferes
different
with their
levels
work.
of this stuff,
I just
yeah.
mean it was a compulsive thing. I like doing it. It's kind of all I had to look forward to in the day. I was like, I can't wait to do that. So when I got to college, I was excited because they were like, there's DSL internet. And I was like, holy shit, dick sucking, licking
That's what
internet.
I was gonna
say. That's where you were going to go? And my roommate, Chuck, dear friend of mine, for 4 years, we were roommates all 4 years. And we were randomly assigned and we became really, really close. And I was there the night before Chuck was arriving. So I had one day to get the internet working and have my fill. Feed the pigs a different pig. Like just fucking go nuts. Because like this is some old guy shit, but like now you can on your phone just streaming 4K pornography.
I was
Back
just
in
saying-
these days,
No, dial up.
it
30
would
minutes
be like
for a titty.
loading. Yeah, line by line.
Yep.
So I'm like, holy shit, DSL. Like I think it was Ethernet. I don't know what it was. It was the big fat phone cord. I'm plugging it in. I'm just hoping it just clicks on, but no, it's fucking this would have been 1997 or maybe 8. But like it was like, it wasn't plug and play. Nothing was easy. I remember the first time somebody was like, I'm just going to go to a coffee shop and get on their Wi-Fi. And I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Just cruise on their Wi-Fi. Because it used to be horrible.
Yeah.
Like getting online was like, I was like a computer guy. I'm on the phone. Nothing's working.
The noise.
This was I called like because no one was there yet. I got like one guy, and we're typing in IP addresses manually and all this stuff. And I think I was sitting there for hours. It's probably like 11, 12 o'clock at night. When you get into that addict tunnel vision, all I want is to look at pornography. This is my one night, my one chance. I'm sitting there, I'm trying to get it to work. I don't even think I got online. And I have to shit. And I'm like,
I was waiting. I was
Yeah.
like, "This is a jerk
Yeah.
off story.
It's
Where's
not
the poop part?"
It's not a jerk off story.
This guy's just whacking it, huh?
Oh, no. I just wanted to tell you. What if I was like, and I jizzed everywhere. Am I okay?
I'm like, "Sir, that's not a poop story."
That's when you find out I call jizzing pooping. So I pooped everywhere.
You were eating poop earlier?
The white poop.
No, yeah. Were you, wait, you pooped while masturbating?
No.
Or waiting?
No. I
happened,
kept
man?
pushing it and pushing it and don't shit, don't
Yeah.
shit, because I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Finally, I have to. I get up, and as I'm walking to the toilet, it rolled down my leg.
Oh, no.
I felt this golden nugget casino
Oh, no.
roll down and hit the carpet, and I was like, thank God no one's here. But I shit my pants because I
got a
held
little-
it so long trying to see boobs.
Got a little shit stain on your calf on the way down, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Little
It told a
marker.
tale.
Yeah.
It was like a snail trail. It's all the way down. And here's a better one. Can I tell you a
yeah,
better
of
one?
course.
So at the point I'm already divorced. I've done mushrooms, but I haven't started to interpret it. So I'm pre-spiritual, I guess you'd say. I started dating this woman, and she was like my fantasy, and I think that's important. I talk about manifesting. This person was like made out of my
Jessica Rabbit.
sexual desire, kind of.
Yeah.
And I was like, this woman, you never see women. I do like curvy women, and you never see curvy women. I have a joke about it in my special. It was the one about being soft. I go, everybody wants to be a Corvette. I want a Winnebago with one flat tire. Like, I want a Tempur-Pedic mattress woman. I want fucking, I
Me
want soft. And it's fucking,
better.
I say this in the bed. I go, history is on my side. Go to any museum. Rubenesque. I think they had a lot of Rubens. That's what it meant. These women were thick because it looked like they would survive childbirth. The standard of beauty now, and I think it's beautiful too. There's no all bodies are beautiful. I'm just saying, like, these women would not make it on a voyage from England to New England.
I always say I want to be smaller than my woman.
Fucking A. My wife is very small, but she's my dream. This woman was the first woman I had been with, that was about to be with, that I had ever come close to what I was into. Because I had another joke about that. It was embarrassing to admit that you want curvy because it's so, I don't know. Yeah, this is how I used to feel. I'd have to be like, Mom, Dad, this is what I'm into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so, as opposed
for
to like
20,
a
30
neutral.
years, it was into thin models.
But if you date a thin model, nobody goes like, oh, I guess Pete's kind of, oh, he's ordering off the menu. But now I want it animal style.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I meet this beautiful, really beautiful animal style woman. And she looked so much like somebody that like a model, basically. That
Animal style's perfect, by the way.
What?
You said this.
I know, it was
I was like,
perfect.
that's the only kind I date.
It was
Pete.
perfect. This woman looked so much like a model that I used to love that when I showed my buddy her picture, he thought it was her.
Wow.
Like, he was like, you met that one? I was like, no, she just looks like her.
Side note: when you date something like that, don't you just feel like I hate to say it, but peacocking, proud of your boys? You're like, yeah.
I mean,
It doesn't that feel like
it took me a long time. This woman helped me kind of get there. At first, I was almost like too shy. It's like driving a sports car. I kind of felt
oh, you're like, don't scratch.
embarrassed.
Like, no, don't.
Well, I was just like,
Yeah.
everyone knows I'm not this guy.
There's just a feeling that if you walk in and your buddies see you and you're just like this.
People used to say out of nowhere, they'd be like, nice job.
Yeah.
They would.
That's the coolest feeling. Is it just me? Is that?
What?
It's a good feeling, right?
Are
Yeah.
you nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I was wondering if you felt that too.
That's great. And I feel that way about my wife now. I feel slightly sensitive to say that because it's an ex-girlfriend, but beautiful woman.
We will
And
not clip that up.
If you do, you can clip it. Just don't tag.
Just tag
me.
my
I'm
wife.
just kidding.
Just
I'm just
if we
kidding.
do
I'm
tag
just
his wife.
don't. I open up my shirt. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Life ain't clips. It is though. Anyway, I go on a couple dates with this one. I just couldn't believe my luck. She was interesting and fun and smart. She still is. She's a great person. And we went on our first, our second maybe proper date. And I was this is basically the guy Crashing was about, like a naive, doughy-eyed guy. Not a bit. I said to my friend Brian, I was like, do I bring a condom? I literally don't know. Like, I'm telling you, I'm going from 0 to dating a comedian, which kind of didn't count in the sense that, like, I'm still friends with this person. We could talk about everything. I could be like, so do I need a condom? Like, you know, now I'm dating like a real, like a classy lady. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, it's our second date. Are we going to have sex? And he was like, it'll probably be a blowjob. And I was like, I needed help.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then he was like, she'll probably have condoms. That blew my mind. I couldn't believe that. Anyway, we go on this date. It was like our second date, and we're going around. And I remember it was like hot. It was in LA. Going to like museums or some shit. I don't remember what we did, but we're out all day. And like, it's not great down there.
Oh yeah, clammy.
I'm
Need a
sweating.
shrucker.
I think I took a shit. I think that's important.
Oh,
And I used to like, this was early on, obviously. So you want to do your shitting outside. You want to do your shitting in like at the museum. Like, I'll be right back. You wait till it's right on deck. Not porn style on deck, but like really like right on deck. So you could do it fast. Like they're like, was that a pee? I don't know. So this story's gross, but all shit stories are gross. I shit and I'm probably rushing the wipe because I'm like, I gotta get back.
yeah.
I can't be in here 30 minutes. It's turtle heading. It's fucking gross.
That's the worst.
I'm just like, I'm calling it. I'm done. Now we're doing more hikes and shit. So there's like sweat. There's an ass. It's not 10 out of 10. I used to do this on stage. I go, how clean is your ass right now? Isn't it weird that everybody has a different answer? Some of you are like, I'm like
I'm gonna steal that.
30% sure. You can't. You can't. If I told you, it's my bit. But I was like, I'm 60% sure that my ass is clean. Not like toss my salad clean. You know what I mean? There's different.
Yeah.
60. We end up back at her place. I'm thrilled. This is our first hookup. I don't think we might have kissed the first time. And we start kissing. We're in her apartment. And I'm like, oh my God. And she sits me on her bed and she pulls my pants down. So now the ass that could launch 1,000 ships in the other direction is now sitting on her white bed.
Oh no.
And she's giving me a blowjob, but all I'm thinking is, what hieroglyphics, what message in a bottle is my ass leaving? Like, what will the archaeologists find?
Yeah. They'll find some writing on the wall.
So she finishes. I was somewhat there for it, but I was aware.
You just going, I am.
Not yet. Back then I was like, ah! She gets up. She's done. She goes to the bathroom. And I think she starts to shower. I have that effect on women. Like, I got a Breaking Bad. I need a power wash.
Yeah.
That was no. I think the D was good, but the cheeks weren't. Anyway,
Yeah.
She goes to the bathroom, and this is a comedy. I stand up. I'm naked from the waist down, and I'm like looking around her apartment. I look at the bed, and there's like an hourglass shape of it's like watercolor brown, not dark.
I thought it was gonna be.
No. It wasn't somebody was coloring with a brown crayon.
Still not good.
It was almost worse. It was vague. It was kind of like this. Watercolor brown is perfect, but a lot of water.
You rotate the sheets and put it under her pillow up top instead of the base of the bed.
Oh my God! I could have flipped him. I didn't even. I think that's the sociopath test. The sociopath flips it. I'm frantically looking. I'm like, I'll get soap
I know
and water,
the cleaning's
but
not
I
possible.
gotta clean it and dry it by the time she gets out. I find a Tide to Go pen. I've never in my
Those
life
work.
been more happy to see something orange. I took it, including my first Conan. I took it out. And I like the water's cutting off. She's like getting out to dry. And I'm like, got it off. I'm wiping with towels. Then I put my pants back on and I sat on it as it dried. Yeah. Nobody knew. But a brown hourglass. My ass, big ass.
I got a tiny little booty. I have thought that before,
This
though.
one was-
Where I'm like, man, I hope I don't leave skid marks on her bed.
Remember that painting, that drawing that you either saw two people kissing or it was a goblet?
It was
It
your
looked
ass.
like that, but it was my ass. And it was
It's
brown.
funny you get the psych test. My ass.
That was
02, New York.
my first LA.
L.A.
I felt like a real grown up.
Yeah.
LA.
No, I said New York for the bit, and I went, L.A.
LA.
L.A.
I loved it. But that was worse. That wasn't shitting my pants, but that's my
No, but that's amazing. That's right up the alley. That's beautiful.
right up my alley.
Synchronicities
Keep an eye out.
between the cheeks.
Between the cheeks, on the sheets. It was between the cheeks and on the sheets.
Yeah,
And she still doesn't know what happened.
she does now.
I don't think so.
We'll clip it up. What's your next special? Cheeks Between the Sheets.
Deal it.
Well, thank you so much for doing my show.
Thanks for having me, my
Appreciate
man.
you.
I loved it.
We'll plug you.
Oh, can we do a couple clips or a couple reaction videos?
What do
real
we
fast?
got? All
We're
right.
Trying to do this new series of segments. It's just
Are you able to catch this? Oh no.
Oh, no.
That was okay.
Oh,
On live
no.
TV, that's
Right
the
there.
great.
I'm so
What'd
sorry,
she
buddy.
throw?
Clearly, I wasn't meant to be.
What was it?
Try it.
A
Ready?
baseball?
Are you able to catch this?
Oh, okay.
No. Oh, that was
Yikes.
okay.
On live
Yikes a
TV,
doodle
it's
doo.
great.
I'm so
Once you have kids, a baseball to the face is less shocking. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
my daughter, baseball to the face. If I did that to my daughter, meaning intending for her to catch it, but it hit her in the face, obviously I'd be concerned. I'd take care of her. But when I went home, I wouldn't even tell my wife. That's how not a story that would be.
My son regularly just runs into the dinner table at my father's house. We do family dinner every Wednesday, and he'll just run right in there. We're like, bro,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
like you can't. Like,
It's every day. There's
It's-
a
you
million, and if I guess news cameras were on us, it would
Yeah.
be funny. Falling off of swings, falling out of trees. Like it's not. So parents have a different reaction to that. That's for the childless to be like, can you imagine? I'm like,
like,
yeah,
that's nothing.
and that kid is fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like a grown man takes a baseball to the face. That's like it's Joe Biden. He gets a baseball in the face. Huge news story. That kid forgot.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, he's like, what's your reality?
Yeah.
He's like, ice cream.
I
don't even remember why I'm getting this ice cream. Blood.
Yeah.
He's fine.
My son busted his lip on the steps, and he had bloody teeth. And he was stopped crying and was back playing with my niece and nephew within a minute.
Yeah.
And then he's scaring them because he still has blood in his teeth, and he's going like,
Yes.
and they're like, Milo. He was tripping him out.
My daughter and I were on the trampoline last night. We collided. She fell. She was like, am I bleeding? And I was like, no. And she was disappointed.
She's like, oh,
She
man.
wanted, she
Yeah.
knows it's awesome. She's like, look at this. I'm all bloody.
Good
She was
job.
like, yeah, man. No, she's a badass.
Yeah, God bless the non-coddled child. Much love to you, Pete Holmes. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing my show.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Silly, silly phone boy.
Silly. Goose. Hello. Is there anybody in